Let's be honest, most men lose months, sometimes years, chasing someone who never wanted them in the first place. They excuse cold behavior, rename red flags as she's busy, and hope effort will fix what interest never started. The cost isn't just time, it's your focus, your confidence, and a piece of your self-respect. Attraction isn't mysterious. When she's into you, you'll know. When she's not, you'll know too, if you stop arguing with her actions and start believing them. I coach men through this every week. Good guys, smart guys. Different cities, same pattern. They negotiated with low interest and called it hope. Tonight I'm going to break down 7 brutal signs she's not interested. If you spot even 2 or 3, it's time to walk away. The 4th one trips up smart men every day because it looks polite while it wastes your life. Do one thing that might help another man tonight. Subscribe and drop a single line in the comments about the moment you realized she wasn't actually into you. No names, just the moment. Your story could be the flashlight someone else needs. She disrespects your time. Interest protects minutes. Disinterest stretches them. When a woman wants you, she makes room, even if it's a 15-minute coffee between errands or a quick call on her commute. When she doesn't, your time becomes cheap and elastic. She's late without apology. She cancels last minute because she forgot a plan that mattered to you. She replies in geological time to simple messages and never circles back unless you chase. People make time for what they want. If she wanted you, you wouldn't be begging her calendar for mercy. How men sabotage themselves. They become her scheduling department. They send 5 alternate dates, accept 2 reschedules, and keep checking in to be convenient. That doesn't make you considerate. It makes you optional. Micro-scene. You lock a Friday dinner. At 5 p.m. she texts, "Totally spaced. Girls' thing tonight. Rain check?" You answer, "No problem." You pick the day, and then the calendar goes quiet for a week. That's not an oversight. That's a ranking. Self-respect line. I'm happy to plan when there's mutual interest. If you'd like to lock something, send 2 times that work for you, then stop following up. If she cares, she'll offer real options within 48 hours. If she doesn't, she just gave you the cleanest no you'll ever get. Her phone is more interesting than you. Attention is the purest currency of attraction. The woman who values you will put the phone face down or away without being asked. Low interest looks like this. Eyes flick to the screen mid-sentence, thumbs fly while you're talking, a laugh at a group chat she won't share, a 1 sec that turns into 3 minutes of scrolling. You're not losing to technology. You're losing to priority. Common mistake. You sit there quietly, telling yourself not to be controlling, hoping she'll notice you again. All you're doing is training yourself to accept crumbs. Micro-scene. You're at coffee. She spends half the date texting. You ask what's funny. "Oh, nothing," and back to the screen. That's not shyness. That's disengagement. Self-respect line. I'm here to be present, not compete with a screen. Let's both go, do not disturb while we're together. A woman who wants you will welcome that. If she rolls her eyes, argues, or keeps the phone active, she's telling you where you fall in her lineup. Believe her. She's too busy for basic effort. Everyone gets slammed. Interested people still find micro ways to connect. A voice note on lunch, a quick check-in while running errands, penciling a plan a week out. Low interest hides behind "I'm swamped forever," oddly while posting from brunch, going to events, and live reacting to a new series. It's rarely capacity, it's priority. Common mistake. You become her patient applicant. You wait and wait and wait some more, convinced that when things calm down, she'll finally see you. If she wanted to get to know you, she'd start now, even in tiny ways. Micro-scene. You suggest 45 minutes near her office. She's buried all week. Yet Saturday is wall-to-wall social. Translation, you're not on the list. Self-respect line, sounds like a full plate. I'll match your pace. If time opens up, reach out, then match it. If her effort stays at zero, yours becomes zero. Scarcity clarifies what charm can't. Conversations feel like pulling teeth. When someone is into you, conversation has oxygen. She asks back, follows up, shares, and keeps the ball in the air even when there's nothing important to say. Low interest sounds like one-word replies, polite laughs, and you hauling the interaction uphill. She rarely initiates. When she does, it's transactional. She needs a favor, a ride, an opinion. You're not building intimacy, you're sustaining illusion. Common mistake. You assume you need better lines. You don't. You need better standards. Attraction creates curiosity. If curiosity is missing, interest is missing. Micro-scene, text. You send a thoughtful message. She replies, LOL or nice, and the thread dies unless you revive it. Micro-scene, in person. You tell a story. She gives a flat cool, then drifts back to her notifications. Self-respect line. I enjoy real back and forth. If I'm dragging the chat, I'll step back, then step back. If she wants it, she'll meet you halfway. If not, silence is your answer. If you've already recognized yourself in two of these, you don't need to be funnier or send a perfect paragraph. You need to stop negotiating with low interest. The next signs are where most men get stuck. She avoids being alone with you. Her body says no, while her words stay polite, and she openly flirts with others in front of you. Stay with me, because I'm also going to hand you exact sentences you can use in each scene, so you stop paying with time. She avoids being alone with you. Attraction wants privacy. If she likes you, she'll carve out moments where it's just the two of you, because that's where chemistry actually grows. Low interest keeps everything buffered. Let's invite the crew. I'll see you at the event. I'll swing by if everyone's going. If every plan mysteriously turns into a group hang, you're not being respectful of her pace. You're being kept at a safe distance. The self-delusion. She's social, she's shy, she wants to take it slow. People who want one-on-one make it happen, even for a walk, a quick bite, or an errand together. Micro-scene. You suggest a quiet Wednesday walk. She counters with Saturday drinks with friends. Again, new week, same buffer. Self-respect line. I enjoy one-on-one. That's where I actually get to know someone. If group hangs are your preference, I'll sit this out. Say it once, calmly. If a solo plan appears, proceed. If it doesn't, stop being an extra in someone else's movie. Her body language says no, even when her words are polite. Bodies don't do PR. Interested looks like open posture, shoulders squared toward you, leaning in, steady eye contact, micro-touch without excuses. Disinterest looks like a torso angled away, arms crossed, scanning the room. A step back when you step forward, eye contact that bounces off quickly. Manners can smile. Attraction can't fake geometry. The trap. You tell yourself she's nervous or respectful or not touchy. Maybe. But when your presence consistently creates distance, your presence isn't desired. Micro-scene. You close the gap by half a step. She increases it by a full step while giving a friendly grin. That grin is courtesy, not chemistry. Self-respect line. To yourself and to the moment. I read actions first. Mirror her space. Slow your frequency. Stop inventing heat. Her body just contradicted. Confidence isn't pushing through a subtle no. It's recognizing it without offense and moving on with your dignity intact. She flirts with others in front of you. A woman who sees you romantically doesn't make you compete on home turf. Low interest looks like lingering eye contact with another guy, animated laughter, playful touches, while you stand right there. Sometimes it's not cruelty. She simply doesn't view you as an option. The effect is the same. You're a bench, not the choice. The mistake, You decide to step up your game and outshine him. Attraction isn't a tournament bracket. If her energy is already leaving the room, performing harder only makes you look desperate. Micro scene. At a party, she orbits another man for 20 minutes, then circles back when that conversation cools. You're the intermission, not the show. Self-respect line. I don't audition for attention. I'm going to head out. Have a good night. Leave warm, not wounded. People who value you will not ask you to prove it against their distractions. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. Two people can both be good and still be wrong together. Your job isn't to convince, it's to choose. In a moment, I'll hand you a simple toolkit to stop negotiating with low interest. 3 boundary sentences that sort in seconds, a 48-hour follow-through rule that saves weeks, and a 5-minute presence test you can use on any date without being awkward. Here's your toolkit to stop negotiating with low interest and get your time back. Start with the simplest habit. Believe behavior the first time you see it. If she cancels and never follows up, if she texts only when bored, if you never see her alone, that is the answer. You don't need a harsher speech, you need a cleaner decision. Use the 48-hour follow-through rule. When a plan falls through or you offer a time, give it 48 hours for a real response. If nothing firm arrives, you close the tab and move on. No reminders, no gentle bumps, no second invitations. Interest follows up on its own. Disinterest needs you to do its homework. Try the 5-minute presence test on any date without being weird. Say, let's pocket our phones for 5 minutes and just talk. If 5 minutes of focus feels natural, you're with someone who can be present. If 5 minutes feels like asking her to climb a mountain, you just saved yourself a year of divided attention. Carry 3 boundary sentences that sort fast and stay kind. I match effort. When the pace is light on your side, I'll mirror it. I'm present when we're together. Phones on do not disturb unless it's urgent. I connect one-on-one. If group hangs are the only option, I'll pass. Say each line once, calmly, and then live it twice. The right person will meet you there without a debate. The wrong person will try to renegotiate your standards without ever agreeing to them. Use exact language in the situations that used to drain you. When cancellations pile up, I'm happy to plan when there's mutual follow-through. If you want to lock something, send 2 times that work for you. When the phone steals the room, I'm here to be present, not compete with a screen. Let's both put our phones away while we're together. When conversation dies unless you resuscitate it, I enjoy real back and forth. If I'm dragging the chat, I'll step back. When everything becomes group settings, I actually get to know people one-on-one. If that doesn't work for you, I'll sit this out. When flirting happens in front of you, I don't audition for attention. I'm going to head out. Have a good night. Replace chasing with a 4-move playbook that never embarrasses you. Offer once with clarity. Mirror effort exactly. Hold 1 standard per situation. Leave warmly when the data says no. This isn't a game. It's self-respect expressed in small choices that repeat. Train your eye for the signals you use to excuse. Watch how plans get made and remade. Does she propose a specific time or hide behind later and someday? Watch attention. Does she naturally close the world to meet you or keep you competing with a glowing rectangle? Watch initiation. Do you always start it and carry it? Watch recovery. When something goes sideways, does she repair with words or use warmth to cover the mess and hope you forget? Watch privacy. Does she want your moments to belong to both of you, or do your private scenes end up as content for the crowd? Stop giving endless chances to maybes. A maybe is a soft no wearing your favorite outfit. If you treat maybes like yeses, you'll live in waiting rooms and call it loyalty. Loyalty is for people who choose you back. If you struggle to leave because you don't want to be unkind, leave in a way that is both kind and final. Thank you for the time we shared. I'm looking for mutual effort and clear interest. I don't see that here, so I'm going to step away. Wishing you well. That's not cruelty. That's adulthood. If you feel tempted to prove yourself, remember the frame that sets you free. You are not here to convince anyone. You are here to choose who chooses you. Convincing turns you into a salesman. Choosing turns you into a man. Build a small routine that keeps you from sliding back into negotiations. On Sunday night, look at your last 7 days of messages. Highlight where you chased long after the data was clear. Delete the threads that keep you on the hook. Fill the time with things that feed you back. Training, family, good sleep, work you're proud of, a quiet hour with a book, a call to someone who actually wants to hear your voice. Attraction will not fix a life you're neglecting, but a life you're proud of will make walking away from low interest feel natural instead of dramatic. Create an automatic filter for early dates. Offer 2 options, both simple and present. A walk with ice cream or a bookstore browse with a coffee afterward. The person who wants you will choose quickly, show up on time, and enjoy the quiet. The person who wants attention without intimacy will stall, reschedule, and arrive with a phone that never rests. The filter is doing its job. Let it. Know the difference between kindness and self-erasure. Kindness gives someone space to be who they are. Self-erasure deletes your needs to stay near them. You can be warm and still keep your standards. You can be gentle and still say no. You can like someone and still leave. Use presence like a compass. Your shoulders tell you when a room is peaceful. Your breathing tells you when a rule keeps moving. Your chest tells you when you're about to pay for tonight in the morning. Those signals are not paranoia. They're data from the part of you that remembers pain. Respect them, and you won't have to relearn the same lesson with a new name. If you're worried you're being too strict, ask for one small repair and watch what happens. I'd like us to be present when we're together. Can we both put our phones away for the next hour? I'd like us to protect each other's time. When we cancel, we offer a new time within a day. I'd like us to keep private things private. What matters to you with me stays with me. People who value you will feel relief that you finally said what you needed. People who don't will turn your request into a courtroom and you into the defendant. Believe the courtroom. If your past includes chasing, forgive yourself for it. You were trying to turn possibility into certainty. That impulse comes from hope, not weakness. Turn that same hope toward a better filter. Interest that shows up on time. Attention that stays in the room. Effort that doesn't need reminders. Privacy that treats your moments like a small sacred thing. Let your standards be the door, not a wall. The right person walks through and feels safe. The wrong person bumps into it and goes looking for a place with lower rent. Here's the clearest summary you'll ever need. Interest simplifies your life. Disinterest complicates it. Interest makes plans, shows up, pays attention, and repairs with words. Disinterest delays, distracts, divides its focus, and uses warmth to skip the hard parts. If your days feel simpler with her, keep going. If they feel louder, messier, and smaller, walk away now. Drop your moment in the comments, the point where you finally realized she wasn't actually into you and what you did next. I read these, and they help other men stop paying with time. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next, because in the following video, I'm going to break down 3 manipulative tactics women use to keep a man orbiting after attraction is gone, and I'll give you the exact lines that shut each one down without a fight. Walk away from low interest and watch how fast your life opens up.